All right. Hi, dear friends. It is 10:17 p.m. on, I guess it's Saturday, December 30. This is Tony here. I need to write something to let you all know that I'm okay after all the prayers that you've sent in, but I'm feeling not focused enough and detached enough to do the kind of writing I would want to expressively. So I'm recording this, and I think I'll be able to copy it into those two notices so everyone will see it. I did write something on Paula Pam's request that I say something, but nobody else saw it. So I'm fine. What happened is since mid-August, I've been dealing with some bizarre health issues, which turned out to be a massive kidney stone about half an inch in diameter was the main thing. And when it first broke, I could only go to urgent care because it was Labor Day weekend, and then the next time there was an urgent moment, it was like Thanksgiving, and the next it was Christmas, and I mean it was I couldn't get doctors, and the doctors I found were not so great, and there are a lot of stories connected with that. But I did finally get a referral to someone, and on December 21st, the first day of winter, he did this procedure where they kind of thread up through the ureter to the kidney, and they blast it with a laser, and they all try to play down how serious it is, but it's how painful it's going to be. But it was pretty painful. But and there were after effects, and a lot of them were caused by the stents they put in. And I went in yesterday to have the stents removed, and it's a little device. They thread it up there, and zip, it just takes the whole thing out, and it's like 9 inches long, this thing. It was like something out of Star Trek. But once that was over, that was painful, but I felt great. And I was blessing the doctor and the doctor who referred me, and Zeke and I were there for about half an hour filling out stuff, and on our way home, Zeke was driving, thankfully, and I just doubled over in pain, and it felt like I was hemorrhaging or something. And unfortunately, Mount Sinai Urology, they're great, but you call them and you get this recorded message, press 1 for this, 2 for that, and none of them answer. And even the private numbers for doctors didn't answer. So I couldn't get to the doctor to find out, is there something wrong here? Is this supposed to be happening? Because it was the worst pain of all the 6 months or whatever it was. It's the worst pain I had experienced and ever in my life, actually. And still no answer. I got through to someone who was going to contact the doctor, but we got all the way back home, and on the way home, I put my prayer request on Facebook, and God bless you all. Those prayers make such a difference. But I was thinking this might be my last day. It just felt, I was screaming Baba's name, taking Baba's name, shouting Baba's name. And it was Baba's name. And after the procedure the week earlier, it was the same. It's like a blanket. It was like a blanket on the pain. It didn't make it go away, but it was a blanket between me and the pain, kind of between the inner me, the real me. Eventually, the doctor called at home, and he made some suggestions, none of which really helped. Maybe a little marginally, but he said it shouldn't last too long. It shouldn't even be happening, but, maybe in several hours. And I had a Percocet prescription that the other doctor had given me, that there was an aborted attempt to do this a month and a half ago. And he said I should take that, but I can't take it for another 3 hours. And while I'm lying there in bed, pretty much immobilized, I remembered he said what's happening was the ureter and the kidney were spasming. Somehow they had been shocked, and they were in a kind of trauma. And I thought, well, spasm And I'd read somewhere on Facebook that the ureter is a muscle. And I thought, well, if the kidney is spasming, it has to be a muscle that's spasming. And in my delirium almost, I said to Zeke, who was sitting at my bedside, because I couldn't bear to be alone. It was like, I thought I might. Anyway, I said to check if we had ruta graveolens, which I have a lot of experience with. It's a homeopathic remedy. And I thought I had some at the 10M high potency. And she found it, and I just tipped my head back, and she put the 15 drops under my tongue. And about 20 minutes later, all of a sudden, I was not feeling so horrible. And the pain was not so marked. And I felt I could even like sit up. And then I did take, half an hour after that, I did take the Percocet. He said to take 2 every 4 hours. I just took 1, and another one 7 hours later when I went to bed. And that was helpful. But it was Baba letting me know about this, letting me know what I already knew, that Ruta was brilliant for muscular spasms. And I guess what else did I want to say? I got a good night's sleep. I've been feeling great since then, really happy. It's at an end. It's after half a year. And Zeke and Elena were in Elena's bedroom, and I was there, and then I walked back into our bedroom, and I'm looking at Baba's picture and feeling so pain-free. And I said, Baba, thank you so much, Baba. And I could hear the little voice, the thought voice in my mind saying, thank me for the pain. And there is a story somewhere in the books where there was a similar situation, and that's what Baba said, thank me for the pain. And I understood it this time. I can't verbalize it, but I got it. What's the other thing is the day before, Elena doesn't cry, my daughter, my autistic daughter, doesn't cry. I'd seen her once cry back in 1997, and there was good reason for it. She was, but the day, I didn't make the connection right off. The day before I was about to go in for this procedure, the blasting of the kidney stone, Elena, we got a call. Elena was in the basement. We were upstairs. To come down from her caregiver. Come down. She's weeping, and she was. It was so much emotion, so much feeling, and the tears were streaming down her face. And Elena knows things, and I thought, my God, am I going to die in this procedure? Because she does know things. I mean, if you're around her long enough, she knows things. And I went into the procedure as bravely as I could. And when I came out, it was painful, but they gave me something, and I got through the week. And I had to go back yesterday for them to remove the stent, which was like a 9-inch long creature out of Star Trek or Aliens or something. But it was a device. It did it quickly, and I was fine. But then driving home, I already said all this, I think. But the additional information here is the day before or the morning of my going in to have the stent removed. Elena was weeping again, and when I was finally well, I got it that she was feeling my fear. She had some idea of what I was going to be going through, and she was weeping for me. She's such a blessing, this extraordinary godchild. Oh, boy. But anyway, thank you all for the prayers. I'm going to find some way to put this on those Facebook threads. And sorry I couldn't let you know any other way, because I can always manage to talk. But writing, I take more seriously, and I craft as I'm writing, and I don't have the brain energy right now to do that. So anyway, thank you again, and thank you, beloved Meher Baba, for all of this, and especially for the pain. Jai Baba. Thank you all. Bye. How do I get this shut now? Come on. Okay.